Hey, how's it going? Mr. Deadman of the Deadman Stone podcast. Now, every now and then, we all make mistakes. That's something that we all do as human beings. We all say things that we may regret, especially when we're angry, especially when we're feeling targeted or what have you. We all do that to some degree. Some may go too far, and that also depends on other people's perceptions of what that too far is or where the line is at. Okay? Now, I'm talking about Andrea Dawn. And the reason why I'm talking about her is not necessarily because it's drama. I know Dead Man's Tome had, I guess, a reputation of talking about drama before. I kind of gave that up. The reason why is it gets messy and it's just not, I don't feel comfortable about it. What I want to talk about with Andrea Dawn, and this might be a very tall order, I realize, especially with what she posted. Oh boy, is it really, really bad. What is the cost for redemption? Can someone be redeemed for what they post? Now, when I first heard about what Andrea Dawn posted, it was on the other day on the Dead Man's Stone podcast, and I know of Andrea Dawn a little bit. We had some communications one time, and that was it. I don't really know too much about her press. I don't know anything about her personally. I never met her, never talked to her face to face or on the podcast, so I have no idea who she really is, right? Now, I was told that she had a post that was pretty racist and she was pretty shunned out of the community. I was like, I didn't know what the post was. It was kind of regurgitated towards me based on memory, and it sounded pretty bad. It sounded, ooh, man, no one of any race should say something like that. Ooh, not at all. So what am I talking about? Well, let's get into that. Let's look at the post here. Let's see if I can bring it up. This is the post right here. Andrea Dawn. Wow. All you black people who are scolding and insulting me, and you don't want white people to be racist, you want people to be sympathetic to your cause, you people are truly hypocrites and racist. May you receive what you deserve. You have earned your hatred toward your race. You've perpetrated it. Thank you for changing my mind. Black people are truly horrible human beings. Now, hold on. First off, don't take me out of context there. I was reading what Andrea Dawn said, okay? This is a big fucking oopsie. This is a motherfucking oopsie, right? I think we can all agree that this is racist. Some advice? I know I've been on my Facebook touching on, I guess, the riot subject and kind of the subject of that. I've been trying to handle it delicately, trying to be careful with my wording and all that. You should never start with all you blank with any race, in any group. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. And she ends it with black people are truly horrible human beings. Wow. I mean, if you take this whole message together, it's pretty compact. It's pretty compound. It seems pretty solid evidence that the Andrea Dawn might be racist. I'm willing to lean on that she is probably racist or has racist thoughts. Now, here's what I want to ask. I don't want to target her any more than what she's already targeted. I don't like when people mob or gang up on people on social media. That's not productive. Shaming people is not productive, and it doesn't do anything but that does nothing but cause even more hatred and more ignorance, right? When does ganging up on someone help? It doesn't. What I see is a huge flaw. I see someone who has a huge flaw in their character. And it bothers me. It bothers me on a core level because I see another human being who is being prejudiced, showing that she has a lot of ignorance about race, and she's voicing that. She's vocalizing that. And not only that, but she's perceiving it as she's using it as a way to justify certain things. That is a major flaw. That is a huge flaw. But what I also think about that is how can someone who has racist thoughts, maybe they are racist, maybe their racist thoughts go into their actions and they are full-on racist, whatever. How can they go on the path of redemption? How can they redeem themselves, right? There was a great movie about this called American History X. What does someone have to do to go on that path? I would think with education. I would think, like, if Andrea Dawn right now, I know she's pretty much a pariah of the industry, and no one really wants to associate with her, and I totally understand why. But let me ask you guys this. Let's say she's gone for like 5 months, and she comes back, and she says, I apologize for what I said. I felt really bad about what I said, and I spent time being more involved in the black community. I've learned the error of my ways. I've been really involved in the black community and giving back. I've been working with, maybe, she needs more involvement with the black community, and she needs Jesus, in my opinion. She could probably use some Jesus with the hatred in her heart. So maybe she got involved in a black church, okay? And really giving her soul into it, because she understands the error of her ways. If she did that after 5 months' time, or however long it takes, would she be redeemed then? Now, granted, I'm not Team Andrea Dawn. I'm Team Middleman, who's just asking a question, okay? I'm just asking a question because instead of doing drama pieces where it's all like, oh, we target this person and we just make fun of them or whatever, I want to talk about what is the healing process? How do we mediate this? What would it take? It's so quick to just kick someone out and be like, they're gone forever. And there's no chance and there's no chance in hell that they'll ever come back, right? That's so easy. But that's all. When we do that, we also fill our hearts of hatred. And we don't give a chance for someone to make amends, to change their ways. Being able to change the mind of someone who's racist, that's powerful. That's very powerful. That's healing. And you don't get that through shame. You don't get that through chastising people. You don't. But then again, I leave that question up to y'all. What would it take? What would it take? Anyway, I'll leave this here. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there. It is chaotic right now. Stay safe, okay?